to the Oprah Diddy show. Well, we have got Grea8 Gawd with us today. I want to jump right into this. I know you see him. Grea8 Gawd, tell these people who you are.
So Grea8 Gawd is the flyest, sharpest rapper that they heard but never saw. So, Grea8 Gawd was born in the Midwest, moved to New York, moved to Brownsville, moved upstate to Syracuse, New York. And that's where I'm currently at right now, live from the 3 Gun 5. You get Grea8 Gawd on Oprah Diddy. And as long as she keep that smile on, it's going to be a great interview. Just keep smiling. Keep smiling.
I got you. So tell these people how we connected. I know that we both know a couple people in the DJ crew. So I want to make sure we connect all the dots for these individuals before we jump into it.
So the connection came from the alley-oop God. That's what I call it. Sal. Shout out Sal Pacino, man. If anybody's from the East Coast, that Hartford, Connecticut, that New England region, all the way to New York, New Jersey. Like, he broke a lot of people's careers, and he's very, very instrumental in getting Grea8 Gawd to where he is right now. He, setting up interviews and, podcasts and features. Talk to Sal if you want me on a record, and you got that Saki chain.
There you go. And Sal connected with me through the Fleet DJs, which of course, anytime you guys need a record broke, you need some reviews, you want some DJs behind what you got going on, Fleet DJs is the place for you to be, for sure.
Indeed, yeah. Fleet DJs. Shout out to all the Fleet DJs. They've been showing love from day one, so that's also a blessing,
Okay, so we got to jump into this. You are my first guest. I've been doing podcasting for quite some time, but you're my first guest that has used this concept where their face is covered. So first, tell the people what's on your mask, because I think that's important. And then also give us a little understanding behind the concept with this.
So this mask, and usually all of my masks is made by my god brother. His name is No Face, No Case.
Okay. No Face, No Case?
No Face, No Case is the name of his company.
Ooh.
He keeps me laced with the ill mask. So, sometimes he might, send me hoodies that zip up into a mask, but he just keep the guard covered. And, the covering is just, it's very simple. It's just, man, listen to what's being said and not who's saying it. Just listen to these rhymes. Listen to, pay attention to the message. Don't judge, because when you get to see a person's face, you get to judge the message and not the source.
I love it.
You get to be intrigued with so much more than what's really important, and the only thing that's really important is the music.
I love it.
So I just want them to know that, man.
So how long have you been doing music?
About 3 months now.
Okay, so you just
I've been doing music since, I would say, I don't know, but it's been a very long time. I gotta really pinpoint when it was that I really started doing music, but I really started taking it serious like a couple years ago, to where I was actually being consistent and dropping music, and making sure that I if I told my audience that I was going to drop something, that I dropped it on that day, and just doing responsible MC shit that the supporters appreciate. Because for a very long time I was putting out music, but I would be like, now I'm about to drop on this day, I'm gonna drop on this day. And then, I'll be doing so much other stuff that I'll be like, I forgot about that. So now you get a focused Grea8 Gawd, and you get the Grea8 Gawd that people have known, come to love. And that's the guy that when I tell you that you're going to get it, you're going to get it. When it comes to the music.
Committed.
All of that. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So who is your inspiration to get into the music industry?
Oh, so many. There's so many inspirations, but I would say like Nas, Cool G Rap,
Yeah.
the cats that could really, really get busy,
Yeah.
like all of the older greats, but really like Nas was a big inspiration. Coogee Rap, Tragedy, Gaddafi, them
Okay.
type of those level of MCs, half a mil, cats that really get busy.
Okay. So I always like to keep it honest with my listeners, and I want them to be able to come onto this show and understand like the backdrop of what being an artist is or being a business owner is. And I want them to understand that I want them to understand the struggles that come along with the process too.
Right.
So can you remember a time during this journey where you were like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I need to keep going. I don't know if I need to just give it up. Like, has
I
there
was
ever been a point for you where it's been a struggle to push through and keep giving the audience music?
Yeah, now I go through that. I go through that a lot. I go through that. I just recently went through that.
Okay.
Before I really started going hard again, I really was like, yo, I was telling myself like, man, I don't really like, nah, man, this is a 22-year-old man's game and this and that. And I placed all of these hurdles in front of myself to the point where it was like somebody had to ask me, like, yo, bro, you scared to be successful? Like, what's going on with you? Like, you dead nice. Why you
Ah,
not putting the music out? And that was my man PR Dean, my brother Big G, and then my man Times Square. Shout out my man King Time. Uh, those are just the brothers that just was like, nah, put the music out, put it out. They always used to like Times Square used to be like, man, open that hard drive, go in that hard drive and put the music out. Just press play on the music.
I
So
love that.
yeah, man. But to answer your question directly, yeah, I mean I go through that even with religion too, because it's like, damn, you know, sometimes the choice of music that I give them is not really what I want to give them because I know, like, damn, I know that, especially now, it's like I got a big influence and I got a lot of people that's listening. So when you got a lot of people that's listening, you do want to try to be conscious and be as not even politically correct, but you want to steer the babies in the right direction because it's so many of them being led in the wrong direction by rappers and entertainers. So it's like, damn, I wanna be conscious of what I give them.
You know what, Great God? Like that's something that you rarely hear from an artist perspective where they're intentionally saying, like, I know that my music has more influence than
Hmm.
what people's parents say, their
Right.
closest friends can say, and then you take it to another level and you go and you try to be responsible with it because some people are aware of that and they don't care and they're
Right.
just like, I'm gonna say whatever sells, I'm gonna do whatever it is to be viral and not really think about if it was my kid, am
Right.
I really gonna want my kid to be rocking with some type of music that's portraying this type of image?
Right. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely go through that. And
Yeah,
that makes me want to stop sometime because
yeah.
I know what sells and I know what they want to hear from me, but I don't always want to give them that. And if I give them that, I want to be able to balance it out properly to where I could get them something else too at the same time. Like I can't just give you that because I went through the pros and the cons in these streets, and I went through the ups and the downs in these streets for real. So for me to tell you all of my ups and never tell you none of my failures, then now I would just be wrong for that.
You know what? And that is the exact reason that I felt like it was important to create this particular platform for business owners as well as music professionals because a lot of the times all people see is the success part of it. And they
Yeah,
don't see the late nights, the hard situations, the grind. They don't understand how much it really takes to get to the point where you can sit on these platforms, take these interviews, and do
hmm,
these videos and look lit and feel lit. And it's because of all the things that you gave and sacrificed up until this particular point. So, yeah,
yeah.
I'm so glad that you're on the
I'm
show, great
glad to be here. I truly. Where did the Oprah Diddy? Where did the name come from?
God. Okay, so very great question.
Interview me for a second.
I used to have a podcast called Two Chicks and a Dick Podcast. And it was a concept where it was me and another chick. And we
Okay.
used to bring in just random co-hosts, typically dudes, and we would have open conversations about any and everything. So we
Okay.
had a topic jar that we would pick out of. So it was all very random, nothing scripted. And in that process, like I've worked in the music and entertainment industry for a very long time, doing promo, marketing, managing, artist development. I think I've done a little bit of everything, and also worked with some labels,
Okay.
doing it from a label perspective. And then I work in corporate America, which is kind of like my Diddy perspective. So I've
Okay.
done work. And
Right.
then I've done the Diddy connection, AR type work. But then on the Oprah side of it, I'm very communication driven. So I work a corporate job. I do a lot of marketing and corporate communication for the company that I currently work for.
Right.
And I'm a go getter just like Oprah is.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking if I could be anybody in the world, I would want to be Oprah and Diddy. And here
Got
we
you.
are.
Well, salute to you, sis. I like that. That's dope.
I
That's
appreciate
dope.
that.
That's
I
dope.
appreciate that. It's been a very interesting ride. Like my audience and my following has seen me go up. They've seen me go down. They've seen me go chase something different. But it's kind of similar for me where I love podcasting. I love the independent artist journey. I love to see them come out. I love to see them grow. And then I love to be able to interact and talk to people that have been extremely successful either in business or in the music profession. Because if you can make it in either one of those realms, you got a different type of beast going on inside of
Yeah.
you right there that
Right.
more people gotta hear it. They gotta know it and be exposed
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. That's right. It definitely ain't for the weak.
Yeah, no, it's not. And most people don't make it past that 1-2 year mark. They hop out here and they see people that's been in the game 5, 10, 12 years, and they think that it immediately happens for
Right.
them. But
Right.
I had the chance to work with like 18 business owners, and I was telling them like this is we year 12 in. Like this is not something that happened for me overnight. This is something that you gotta grind for it and you gotta want it more than sometimes the universe tries not to give it to you.
That's right. That's right.
So
That's right. Yeah.
all right, so I'm gonna throw the questions back over to you. Thank you for the
Okay.
question and give me the opportunity to kind of tell the people who I
Yeah,
am.
that's right. We're gonna grow
So,
together, right?
who has been one of like the dopest individuals that you've had the chance to work with throughout your career?
Um, I would say so like artist wise, or just somebody in general that would. If, I would say the dopest person that's an artist will have to be Rock Marcy. Um,
Oh,
I would have to say Rock, and I say Rock because of his selfishness. Like he's just not selfish. He's just willing to share the ball, and he's willing to share his platform, and he's willing to do all of that when
I
people
love it.
don't. That's not what people do. When it comes to artists and just people that's just rappers, though, like Thump Mendoza is the nicest rapper that I ever had a chance to work with and be around.
Okay, talk about that song just a little bit though. What
Which
was the
song?
song like? When you work with that individual, the artist.
With Doza?
Yeah.
Um, we got records together, but so he's from Syracuse, 315. He's from upstate New
Okay.
York. He's like the king of upstate New York, and
Uh-huh.
he's just like the dopest. Like putting them words together, and just the way that he write and the way that he thinks is just so dope, and it's so charismatic, and it's I learned how to put wit in my rhymes from him, and like
Got
it always have to be I street hard rap. You know, they like he showed me, and I learned from him from being around him how to add all of the different other elements in my records. And like he's the nicest lyricist that I ever been around and ever did records with. But
Love
Rock
it.
Marcy as a businessman and also an artist, he's the dopest individual. You know what I'm saying? He,
Hmm.
he's just a very, very dope individual, man. Like
Okay.
speak of somebody that wants for their brother what they want for themselves, then that's him.
I know that's deep. I mean,
Yeah.
especially in an industry like this, it's hard to find solid people that want to see you win the same
Right.
way they want to see themselves win. So that's
Yeah.
that's super awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Now that's definitely a blessing. Yeah.
Okay, so tell these people a little bit about what you currently have going on right now. Like, what's your project that you're pushing?
So right now I'm pushing the Snow Day EP. The Snow
Okay,
Day EP is out right now. You can go on greatgod.com right there at the bottom and you can grab a physical copy. Or you could go and it's on all of the streaming platforms. And Snow Day EP consists of me and the God Squad, which is the label, God Squad Records.
got
And God
quiet
Squad
record.
consists yeah, God Squad consists of, a brother. It's a brotherhood. So we got producers and we got MCs and Hell Rell is on the Snow Day EP. Joey Majors is on there, but those are the only two features on there. I really wanted to do this project and show people that I don't need your corny ass features. Like I don't even want to rap with y'all. To be honest, I don't want to be compared to these guys that talk this street shit and they never did no street shit. Ain't really known for that, and I don't want to be like my whole thing is, man, don't compare. Stop comparing me to them. We may talk about
Yeah.
similar things, but their audience is the synthetic audience. Their audience is the people that believe he had 100 bricks, and when he say just some of the outlandish nonsense that these rappers say, because they really just say anything that rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So don't
Yeah.
put Great God in that batch. I'm the one that's going to talk about, going from an ounce and getting a 62 and then getting a 4.5 and then getting a half a bird and then losing the half a bird and then having to get the plug in his head with the pistol because I didn't feel like paying him this time particularly. And you understand what I'm saying? And then happen to deal with the
Receive.
repercussions of that. You feel me? Of doing that, of being a snake. And, I'm going to give you the real. Don't compare me to these dudes that just talking this cocaine rap because they just talking, man. And I don't want them on my records. And that's why I did the record. I did Snow Day by myself. I could have literally got anybody because all of these dudes rapping to get money. So that means
Oh,
that
you just said something. Go ahead,
baby,
unpack it.
listen, they all rapping to get $1. So that means if you got some money, you can get anybody on a record, but you can't get Great God on a record. Great God raps is not financially driven. You can't, and that's why my shit hit the vein. It hit different. That's why the real dope boys say, he been through that. He had to have done it. Is he playing? Is that why he wear a mask? Because he's still doing this shit? Because that's who Great God is. Great God ain't one. I ain't with all the fairy tale. Like I promise you, I don't want my feature price is 41,000 for a verse. And you know why it's that much? Because I can keep the worms away from me. I can keep the bugs off me and the leeches. I got 40 bands for this verse. So,
Let's go.
yeah, man, I want 40,000 for a verse. So
I love it.
if you got one in the past, then God bless you. But I'm not really doing no more records because I just don't. I can't weaken my brand by doing something with just everybody.
I think that's real, and that's something that more people, more artists need to understand. Like, it is good for you to know how to collaborate, but you need to do that intentionally, where it's
Mhm.
setting you up for a good situation. And
Right.
eventually, the main goal needs to be where I'm on my own. Like, if
Yeah,
we working together, it's because it's truly beneficial between the two of us.
it got to be
Otherwise, I got my
mutual.
way, you got yours.
Yeah, if it ain't conducive for both of us, then it don't make no sense. I ain't going. We not just doing no rap just to be rapping. So that means if somebody asks me for a feature and I like the record, that means I'm gonna just do it. I'm not
Yeah,
one of these dudes that because if I like it, I'm gonna just do it because I'm not one of them dudes that say, "Oh man, no, I'm a rapper. I am a rapper. I like making music. I enjoy writing music, and I am willing to collaborate with you. But guess what? It ain't gonna cost you nothing."
okay. I love
Now,
it.
you
That's
understand what I'm
real.
saying? Like, so I don't want them to say, "Oh, well, he contradicted himself." No, if I like it, I do it.
Yeah.
But a lot of these dudes is fooling the people. Oh man, I'm having a special today on verses. You can if you tag the first 5, 10 people to tap in, they can get a verse for 500. The great God not even coming putting his clothes on for $500.
And that's real.
I wasn't going across town to get less than a half a bird money from somebody. So I definitely not doing nothing. You're not gonna get me for $500. My man, just say that the first is rolling around and you're doing a verse special because you need to pay your rent. Don't make it seem like you
You telling
blessed.
all their business, great guy.
Don't make it seem like you doing us a favor. Oh, we can get one of these good verses, and then you're not going to even put it on your story. You're not going to alley-oop it. You're not going to even talk about it no more. You're not going to do the video with the person. I ain't with all that. That ain't what I do.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So
But
I told you at the beginning of this that I always like to put a little twist question in here so people get the opportunity to know you just a little bit more. So here's where my twist question comes in at.
okay.
So if you were stranded on an island by yourself, what are the top three things that you would want unlimited access to? And you would have food, water, shelter, those types of things. So you don't have to worry about that.
So all of that's there, and I'm stranded all by myself.
It's you. And you get to pick three things that you can have out there with you. And it
I
could
would,
be a person, it could
oh,
be,
okay.
yeah, you could pick a
Okay.
person, you could pick a game system, you could pick a studio, you know what I mean? You can pick whatever you want to pick.
I would like to have my daughter Siani with me.
Okay.
My baby girl Cece. I would like to have her with me if I was stranded. I would like to have a studio set up because if all else fails, I could give you I could take you on a journey. I could really show you, you know what I'm saying? Like now I really got something to really, really talk about. And I could tell you, I could turn the negative into a positive. Um, Other than that, I would probably say, yeah, give me my mama and Siani
I
in
love
a studio.
that.
Yeah.
So you rarely ever hear that. Like most of the time when I hear people answer that question is surface level type stuff. So dig a little bit deeper into why you chose your daughter and your mom is two people to be out there with you.
I just love them. Like my daughter is like that's my little best friend. So I would never want to leave her anywhere stranded by herself. She only 16 years old, so it's
Like that.
detrimental for her to be around her father at this time. So if I'm stranded, I would like for us to be stranded together. And then if I ever pass away, I want my mama to be there. I want to be able to tell my mama where the money is at and how to keep Cece set up. You understand?
I love that. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, I only got one more question for you. And my question would be off of this EP that you're pushing right now,
Uh-huh.
what's your what's your I can't say what's your favorite song because they all on there for a reason.
Right.
But what's the one that you are the most passionate about?
Um, the most passionate I would have to say it's a record called "Thanks for Nothing," and
Mm.
"Thanks for Nothing" is a record that I made, and I gave the Fiend a voice because we heard every dope Dylan story in America. Like we done all sold some dope, we done all ran
Mm.
off on the plug or not ran off on them, or we done all did what we had to do to get money, but we never gave the user a voice. So in that record, I gave the user a voice, And he's sitting down and he sat me down and said, well, what about this? If it wasn't for me, there would be no you. And this is how I feel about this, great God. You understand? Like you cherish these people that you're around. You'll give your mans anything. But what about my family? What about me though? You know,
Ooh.
I'm the reason you got a brand new TV and you ain't paid for it. Like me. I watched you sit in the restaurant. I watched
Dang.
you sit in the restaurant, great God, and you threw away your scraps knowing that I was hungry. And I watched you throw steak away, great God. Like humble yourself. Remember who you are and what you came from. And remember that you can be where I'm
Oh.
at one day.
Oh, that's dope. That's deep. Do
So
you
that
have visuals for that? Or
yeah,
is it just
I didn't put it out yet, but I'm working. So right now I'm working on a movie. It's a half-hour movie, and the movie is starring the legend Uncasa from Harlem.
okay?
And every video, every record got a video to it, but it's in a movie form.
I got
So,
you. Okay.
in July next month you will be able to get that. But the visual for Thanks for Nothing is shot. It's shot.
Okay.
It's done. It's dope. And but that's probably my favorite record because I feel like first of all, it's something that I can say nobody ever did that.
Ever. Like, I can't think of anyone that has even scratched the surface of telling the story of the user's experience. And my mom was an addict for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
And that kind of resonates with me because a lot of people don't understand that a lot of people in those situations don't just choose to be an addict. You know what I'm saying? They fighting a demon that's bigger than that.
Right.
And I think you giving a voice to that in a whole
Yeah.
nother manner where you shining light on like, yeah, I know I'm struggling with this, but I still have a feeling. Like, what about
Yeah.
me at the end of the day? So I
Yeah.
think that's super dope. I do.
Yeah, yeah. I say that line verbatim in the record, like, please help me, dog. I'm struggling. Like they see me treading water and they still want to drown me. They want to clown me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, word? Come on.
I
So
can't
that
wait July. The
no,
heat is
you can
coming.
go and hear the record. The record is out, but the visual is definitely blockbuster worthy. It's definitely, I
Yeah,
take my time with the visuals and people keep asking me like, you need more content. Yeah, I need more content, but I don't need frivolous content.
that's it.
Yeah,
Great
I
guy,
could
you
take you
got
to the
this.
store, and I could take you to my closet, and I could take you to the store with me. I could take you to my cars, but what do that mean in the grand scheme of things? We all seen all that before. Let me take you on a real journey.
I can't. This, hey, you have been one of my favorite artists to bump into in this particular industry because where you coming from, your perspective, the way you carry yourself, it makes sense why you like this part does not matter, and the
Right,
concept that you preaching, I wish more people would adopt that,
right,
and I wish more people would stop and think about what am I doing and how am I impacting the bigger scheme of things.
right.
So like
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming in and just chopping it up with me and schooling me on who you are and giving me a chance to know where to follow your wave, your movement.
right.
Grea8 Gawd.com. Y'all see it at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Make sure that you go download the album. Go ahead
Download
and
the
check out
album.
everything on there now. So when the
Yeah,
movie drops, it's gonna all just
yeah. It'll all make sense. It'll all
yeah.
make sense when the movie drop.
So also like if I have anybody that wants to collaborate and do any type of work with you, I know that you said on your side what your prices are, but you never know who maybe want to reach out, get some beats to you, be
Right.
able
Yeah.
to link up and see if they can get you on some of their stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I'm open to it. I'm open to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with producers, because I just know the beauty of listening to everything. You never know, like, a lot of the producers, before we did Snow Day, they may not have been the biggest of producers, but now they're getting a grand look. And that just from being I check my emails, I listen to the records, and it may take me a minute to do it, but I definitely gonna listen because I watched a lot of people in my past that didn't listen and they missed out on something great. So it's like, nah, you gotta listen, man. You better tune in It's because it's people out there doing amazing stuff, and if your nose in the air, you ain't gonna see it. Or you know what I mean?
So true. Drop your email so they know how to be able to get in contact with you.
Yeah, send me the beats at greatgodbeats at gmail.com. So GREA, the number 8, GAWDBEATS, greatgodbeats at gmail.com.
There you go. And of course, you guys got the website, so that way you can go ahead and check out some of his work. Again, great guy. Appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come and grace the Oprah Diddy show and tell us just a little bit more about you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, you guys know what I always say. Until next time, peace out, y'all.
Peace.